Yeah. So it should be now working. Yeah. Okay. So last time we were speaking about so-called modal verbs of deduction, which can help us make some guesses about the past, right? And we were speaking about several verbs. Let's refresh it very quickly, okay? And see how it works. So if we are sure that something happened in the past, which modal verb will you use?
Must have.
Yeah. If you are not sure, 50-50, which modal verbs can you use?
Might.
Might, yeah. Or may, yeah. You can
may.
also use may, right? Okay. And if you are sure that something didn't happen in the past, what do you use?
Can't.
Yeah, that's right. After all of them, which form comes of the verb?
Third form.
Not immediately. Before the third form, you would say
have,
and then verb 3. Yeah. Okay, right. Like it snowed a lot in Moscow yesterday. It must have been very beautiful, right? So this is my guess. I'm almost sure it happened. Yes. Okay. Now I would like to look at the homework file here, which was, well, you had to choose the best reply, and you also had to, sorry. Just a moment, I'll restart it. And you also had to choose which word is the best, yes, in every reply. Okay. So first, my teammate walked right past me without even saying hello. What was the best reply?
I didn't do the first one.
Okay, let's do it.
Because I thought it was example.
Okay.
My teammate walked right past. He might not have seen you.
Absolutely, I do agree with you. Go on. Number 2, I'm going to read the sentence and you will read the reply, which is the best here, right? So we went to the football final. We had seats in the front row.
You must have had a great view.
Yeah, all right. And this is letter
D.
D, that's right. D, so right, you must have had the great view. Absolutely. Okay. I couldn't believe someone from my small town could win a gold medal.
I'm sure that training abroad must have helped.
Yeah, that's right. Must have helped. And here you can also see, I'm sure. Yeah, so it is must. Okay. We all went to watch the big match, but she played much worse than usual.
It can't have been easy with all the pressure.
That's right. That can't have been easy. All right. I was surfing and suddenly there was this huge shark coming towards me.
You must have been so scared.
Okay, definitely. You must have been so scared, right? We only got tickets for the rugby at the last minute, so I didn't think you'd be available.
Well, it must have been nice to be invited anyway.
Right. Must, okay. And I fell over playing tennis and cut my knee open on a stone.
Oh, that must have hurt.
Hurt. And this is ouch. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch. That must have hurt. Okay. I think I was the worst runner at my school.
Really? You can't have been the very worst.
Yes, all right. And I called my swimming coach, but there was no answer.
She might have been driving. Why don't you try again later?
That's very good. Okay. She might have been. Right, very, very good. Now we're going to try out ourselves, right? These same sentences, but our own replies. I'm going to close the replies in here. And we will take turns, read one by one the sentence. We can reply with our own ideas, always the ideas which were given here, doesn't matter, yeah? But the replies have to have a modal verb of deduction, all right? You start, tell me the first sentence, please.
My teammate walked right past me without even saying hello.
Okay, well, she might have been thinking about something different and she might not have seen you, right? We went to the football final. We had seats in the front row.
You must have paid a lot of money for these tickets.
Yeah, very good. Okay. Right, your turn.
I couldn't believe someone from my small town could win in a gold medal.
Well, she must have been really talented then. Well, we all went to watch the big match, but she played much worse than usual.
You might have been disappointed about it.
Oh, you must have been, yeah, if we are quite sure, right? Good, your turn.
I was surfing and suddenly there was this huge shark coming towards me.
Right, you must have been so scared. I don't think there is any other option possible. All right. We only got tickets for the rugby at the last minute, so I didn't think you'd be available.
You must have been planned to buy tickets a bit early next time.
Then it is not about past.
Okay. You must have been lucky.
Yeah, right. Okay, good. The next one.
I fell over playing tennis and cut my knee open on a stone.
Oh my gosh, it must have hurt, right? It must have hurt very much. I think I was the worst runner at my school.
You must have been very critical to yourself.
Right, very good. Good job. Okay, and the last one?
I called my swimming coach, but there was no answer.
Well, she must have been just busy. You should try to call her again. Yeah, okay, good job. Right, now we're going to say each other some facts about the day, yesterday or the weekend, and we will try to make some guesses about each other, okay? So, Olga, yesterday I went to a German school and I studied 4 hours at school. Make some.
You must have been very tired after that.
Yes, I was actually. However, I like studying, so it doesn't make me feel very tired, but 4 hours of studying is quite intensive, right? Okay, your turn.
My kid got marks free for his all Russian all Russian test for English.
Okay, well, he must have been quite disappointed.
he was quite disappointed because at school he always got only marks 5. So
Only excellent marks.
yeah, only excellent marks. So he was surprised, and we was surprised. And I also checked demo version of this job, and I think that this job must
You mean
be,
this test, yeah?
yeah,
The test.
this test must been complex, no, сложный.
Yeah, must have been too complex. Complex is okay, or complicated.
Oh, must have been too complicated for him and for his level, but it is okay for me. It was okay for me.
Right. So, and is that the well, the final work, or it's just a test to practice?
It is a final work, but I think they do this work to control maybe teachers, because this work they this work have to show a result of work for last 4 years for elementary school.
Okay, I see, I see. Well, actually, this is a great idea, yes, to see the average level of the students, because of course there are always some stronger students, some lower students, but this really helps to monitor how effective the teachers work. Yeah,
I agree, and I tried to explain it to my son that it is perfect that you have an opportunity to see how your knowledge in all the system is.
Right. Where you are.
Yeah, where you are, because I didn't have that opportunity, and also I got only excellent marks at school, at university for English, but in the USA I thought, what did I do for 12 years?
Right. You know, when I was working with young teenagers and with teenagers, I also had to, you know, be informed about all the Russian state, exams and tests and stuff. And EGA is pretty much okay. And it is, a fine exam, a part of some ideas for speaking and writing, but that's all right. OGE is also okay, and I would even say it is too much easy. So the children with low level can also pass it very effectively. But the test at the 4th grade is too much complicated, and it is not really adapted for this age, right? Maybe the language is not too difficult, but the way of thinking which they expect is too difficult for these children, right?
I agree.
Because they check so many grammatical things, analytical things, which children just can't do at this age. Yeah. So if I were them, I would use just different types of tests a bit, maybe the same material, but check it a bit differently. Yeah. That's the thing.
And can I ask you one question? Because I discussed it with my son and with his teacher, his English teacher. They didn't learn transcription and pronunciation of sounds. And it is very difficult for him to read texts and to read new words. And I want to know how it must work. Just then he know new words and automatically in memory
Mhm.
forms pronunciation, or he have to know some rules how to pronounce words?
I see what you mean. You know, there are now two ways of teaching children to read. And the best thing is when the teachers can mix them both, because
Mhm.
in fact, both of them work, but they work a little slower. There is a method which is called whole word reading. That means children, they know the letters, it's all right, yeah, but they look at the word and they remember how to read it and how to pronounce it and what it means. Yeah, like
Mhm.
a picture. They remember it, let's say, like a picture.
Mhm.
And this works really cool, absolutely cool, but for small children like 5 years old, 4 years old, maybe 6 years old, yeah. In our schools now, they started using it at school, like the first and the second grade children. Maybe it's not too bad idea at the very beginning, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, but this method exists. It's called whole word reading. British people, British methodology supposes to use this method for very little children. Yeah.
Mhm.
There is another way how to teach children. At the beginning, they look at the whole word, but the teacher also shows how this, how these patterns work.
Mhm.
Yeah, for example, cat, hat, pet, and other.
Mhm.
Yeah, so how these combinations work, or eight, right? Да, вот это GHT,
Mhm.
for example.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the teachers would show the combinations of letters. I find this method absolutely fine for the for the first or second grade children. As for transcription, I'm in doubts. I'm not so
Mhm.
sure it is really necessary,
Mhm.
because imagine the children, Russian children, go to school. They learn Russian letters, then they learn, yes, the other alphabet, and then they need to learn another type of
Mhm.
code. Yeah, it is
Science
a
code.
code. So this is one more thing they have to learn. Is it really helpful? I'm not so sure. If they know the combinations, yeah, of the letters and how they are usually pronounced, I believe the transcription is not very necessary.
It
Yeah.
was very fun. Then he showed me his dictionary, school dictionary that he what was written by him,
Mhm.
and he told me, "Mom, I didn't know what is this,"
What
and
is
showed me the transcription.
Yes.
So,
So not sure that it is needed.
mhm,
However, when the teachers again do not give all the transcription symbols, but show them step by step, it's
mhm,
also fine. Yeah, so that children can really recycle them.
mhm,
How we did it in our language school, we did introduce transcription, but it took us a year. So we did
mhm,
it step by step during 1 year, and then the children didn't feel stressed about it. Yeah.
mhm.
So
Thank you.
yeah, it depends on how they do it. I don't know, many of my adult students, they do not know the transcription and they feel all right with it, because in every dictionary you can listen, yeah, and you really do not need the transcription so much.
Mhm.
You hear
Yeah,
and then you repeat it. Yeah,
it's
that's it.
true.
Which is true. Yeah. Do you often use the transcription?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But most
Often, not often, not
not
very
often.
rarely.
Very rarely. Yeah, we usually would listen to the word, and then it's all right. It's enough. Yeah. So a good balance is the nicest thing, right? Yeah. I think for your son, it is difficult to read the new words. Maybe the teacher used the whole word reading method. Yeah,
Mhm,
which is not too effective for all the children,
mhm.
right? Okay. Yeah. Right. So yeah, we were let's get back.
Немножко
What we
отвлеклись.
were speaking about, yes, we were saying we were speaking about the facts, all the things that happened yesterday or during the week. Now it's your turn. Tell me, what did you do yesterday? I will make some deductions.
Yesterday I watched a performance where my little son had a role.
Mhm.
He was грузчик.
Okay, oh, I forgot it. What's the
Assistant with luggage, maybe.
oh, the German word comes Lieferer, but what is it in English? Sometimes it really happens. Loader, of course, loader.
Load.
Loader.
He was a loader. This performance was about this performance was made by poem of Russian writer Marshak
Mhm.
and named Luggage. Do you
Okay.
remember?
Yes,
Where
I
with a
do.
little dog.
Yes, right, right. So you must have been very proud of your son being on stage.
Of course, I was very proud and
Right.
excited. It was
Mhm.
very fun.
Yeah, I guess so. And he might have been very excited to perform on stage.
Yes,
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 all
he
right,
was.
all right. It must have taken him some time to remember the words.
I think so, but his teachers trained him,
Mhm.
and I don't quite know how much time it
Uh-huh.
uh,
Took him.
took him. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm, right, very good. Okay. Um, last weekend on Sunday, my friend who lives in Poland visited me in Germany.
Oh, you must have been. You must have been very glad to see your friend.
Yes, that's definitely true. We don't meet very often, but she might come the next weekend again because she's got some things to do in Berlin.
Oh,
Right.
you must have been some cultural program for her
Uh,
visiting.
to be honest, in Germany, it's not very easy to have any cultural program on Sunday, as most of the places are closed, right? Yeah, so Sunday is a real day off, yeah, and what is available is only the restaurants and cafes, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, or going around the city. We had a little walk around the city, yeah, and it was also very nice. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Good, good. So let's check out these forms a little more, and I suggest doing a couple of exercises to make sure, well, actually one, to make sure these models of deduction are not too complicated. Okay. And I'm going to show you a little text, just a moment. Yeah. Okay. Have a look. Here I've got a little text. Please look through very, very quickly. Ignore all the gaps. And tell me, what is that about?
About Tutankhamun and his physical problems.
Right, right. Have you ever heard of him?
Of course, on
Mhm.
at school, on history lessons, I
Yes,
heard
yes.
about him.
Right. We were also taught, yeah, about this period of time, about Egyptian rulers and stuff. Yeah, and Tutankhamun was also an important person to talk about, to read about. Okay, now I'm going to give you some time, yeah, to work on your own. Please read the text one more time and complete the text with the modal verb. and the verb which is given here. Do not forget about have as well. Yeah. So if it is may, you would say may have murdered or may not have murdered. Yeah. So it might be also a negative one, right? So let me
Okay.
know when you're ready. Yes,
Let's try to compare. I'm not sure about
it was
some.
not too easy, right?
Mhm,
Let's see. So, okay, let's read the whole thing, yeah? Mhm.
mhm. Tutankhamun is today one of the most famous Egyptian kings because of the
Treasure.
treasure discovered in his tomb.
Tom. Be silent here, yeah, Tom.
Tomb. However, we know that because his tomb was so much smaller than other kings,
Mhm.
he must have been very important.
Mhm, mhm. Okay, have a look. He
Can't have
can't
been.
have been because have a look. It is interesting here. His Tom was much smaller,
Than
and then
other
you
kings.
may think that it was he wasn't important, but we see they say, but he can't have been very. So that is why we can think he was less important. He can't have been very important because of his smaller Tom. Mhm.
Recent research has shown the
He
Ah,
recent
mhm.
research
Um,
has shown that he
has shown he must have been died before he was 20.
okay. Once again, he must have
Died.
died. Yeah. Okay.
He
Uh-huh.
must have died.
He
Mhm.
must have died before he was 20. All right.
But there is uncertainty
Mhm.
about the cause of his death.
Mhm.
The first idea is that someone may have murdered him to gain power.
Right. May have murdered. Yeah, because they are uncertain. They do not know for sure. Okay.
Because X-rays of the king's body show damage to his head.
Mhm.
However, more recent research suggests that a fall might have caused the injury.
Very good. Okay. Might have
Uh,
caused. Yeah.
Tutankhamun,
Yeah.
may have liked sport.
May have liked sport.
Particularly racing horses and hunting.
Mhm.
However, X-rays also show he had a problem with his foot and chest, which can which must have been very painful.
Good.
Those physical problems also mean he can't find it easy.
Can't and then
Can't found.
Can't have found. Yeah.
Can't have found it easy to stand up when racing, and so he could have felt during a race or then he was hunting.
Fall, the third form.
Felt? Fall?
Fall, fell, fallen.
Falling.
Yeah. So fall, fell, fallen, and you've got
fallen.
feel, felt.
Felt.
Yeah. So fallen. Yeah, let's see. So could have fallen. Yes. All right. Has any information surprised you about Tutankhamun?
Yes, because I didn't remember anything about him, only his name.
Yeah. Well, I remembered that it was said that he must have been very young when he died, and maybe, yeah, this is the only fact I could actually recall about him. Yeah, this is it. And in fact, they were most of the rulers, yeah, back then, well, used to die in rather young age, right? So it was a common thing. All right, cool. So now let's go on, and today we will speak a little bit more about sports, and we will check out some vocabulary that is connected to sport. Right, and I'm going to show it to you. Here it is. Okay, so here is some vocabulary, and what I would like you to do is first, could you please look through very quickly, look through the sentences very quickly and think which words which are highlighted. Do you know which ones can you guess from the context? All right, then we will read the sentences, check out the vocabulary, and think which sport is it about. Okay, so first look through. Which do you know? Which can you guess? Right. Yeah, okay. So let's read the sentences and discuss the words, if any of them are new, and decide which sport do you think it is about. All right, number one.
I really thought I was going to drown, but I managed to finish, even though I came last.
Okay, so came last, I think it's clear, right? How about the other word, drone?
I don't know.
Okay, so for example, some people who can't swim, if they go under the water, yes, they
Mm,
drown.
утонуть.
Right. So
Мгм,
when this person says, I really thought I was going to drown, right? Maybe he had no energy anymore to continue,
мгм,
but he managed to come to finish, even though he came last. Yeah.
мгм.
So what sport is it about?
Swimming, maybe?
It's about swimming. Do you think it describes a success or failure?
No, not success.
No. Okay. But anyway, the person managed to finish. It's also
Мгм.
somehow a success, isn't it? Right? If you are not very much experienced person, right, and you really go through your through your difficulties, then it is
Mhm.
also a success as well, right?
Not very big,
But
but success.
yeah, that he didn't drown at least. Yes. Okay, let's look at the second.
I was in the lead for most of the race, but then I fell over and ended up coming fifth.
Uh-huh. So I
Was
was in the lead. That means
in
which
the
number?
first
First or
number.
second? Yeah, first probably. Okay. And then I fell over. What happened?
Упал.
Упал. Yeah, от глагола
Fall.
fall. Yes. Okay. So today we have already had it. So I fell over. What do you think? What sport is it?
Races.
Racing, yeah, it can be any
Racing.
kind of racing, horse racing, or it can be, I don't know, bike racing, any type of racing. What
Mhm.
would you say? Does it describe failure or success?
Um, n- Not failure, I think. We don't know amount of participants. If there was 5 participants, it's
Mhm.
failing. If 500, it's a success, of
It is
course.
success. Okay, fine. I do agree. It depends. But yeah, falling over is already some kind of a failure. Yes, especially if the person was in the lead. Okay, good. What about the third one?
I missed a penalty in the first half and was then sent off in the second half.
Right. And we have penalty. Yeah, I missed
Penalty.
penalty. I think we know what penalty is, right? And then I was sent off. Yeah, sent off in the second half. So did he continue playing in the second half?
Mm, Maybe yes.
No, when you are sent off, you will not
Okay.
continue anymore, right? So someone
He missed penalty, of course.
so he missed penalty, right? And the coach, the trainer didn't want him anymore, yes, to continue the game. So he was sent off in the second half. What game is it?
Football.
Football, right? Success or failure?
Failure.
So obviously, yeah, obviously it's a failure. All right. How about the next one?
He was going to break the record time for the race, but then the engine
Engine.
exploded.
Oh gosh, right.
Engine exploded.
Mhm. And he was going to break the record time. I think it's also clear, right?
Mhm.
Okay. What sport is it?
Car racing.
Car racing. Yeah, we understand it because of engine. Failure or success?
Failure.
Failure, of course.
Because of engine.
Because of engine failure. Yes, it was an engine failure. Okay. The next one, the fifth.
It wasn't a fair context, but he
Contest.
was contest.
Mhm.
He was knocked out in the second round.
Okay, this is interesting. So it wasn't a fair contest. How do you understand fair contest?
I don't know.
Fair?
Рынок.
Can be, yes, but here it is a different meaning. Fair, справедливый, да, то есть это было нечестное, ну, скажем так, соревнование, да, нечестный конкурс. Contest — это как конкурс. Нечестная была игра, нечестное соревнование. He was knocked out. Yeah. I think in Russian we also say the same word, to knock out.
Knockout.
Yeah. So that means when a person gets a hit and he falls down. Right? Can he stand up then?
Maybe then in the future.
Yeah, a bit later, probably, yes. Hopefully, let's say, hopefully he can stand up later. Right. So, and what sport is it about?
Maybe
Maybe boxing. Yeah, I think so. It looks like boxing. Right. So, and this is a success or failure?
Failure.
Obviously, yeah, because he was knocked out and it wasn't a fair contest, which is a failure. And the next one?
I trained for years and became a black belt.
Trained is okay. And what is interesting, yeah, in Russian we say у меня черный пояс, да, глагол иметь. But here the person is a black belt, yes. So he became a black belt. You can also say I am a black belt, yeah. So, or I'm going to become a black belt, which is cool. And what do you think? What sport is it?
Karate.
And in English, how do we pronounce it?
I don't remember.
It is said karate.
Karate.
Karate. Yeah, any kind of martial arts. Yeah, martial arts, боевые искусства. Yeah, any kinds of martial arts. That's right. Okay, next one, let's see.
I represented my country in my teens, but broke my leg on a slope a few years ago.
Okay. So, and usually it happens on the Olympic Games, yes, when some sportsman represents the country. How do we say it in Russian, to represent a country?
Представлять страну.
Представлять страну. And then he or she broke a leg on a slope. A slope is a part of a mountain which goes down. This is a slope. Yeah. So if you go snowboarding, you need to find a good slope and go down. All right. So what sport is it?
Maybe skiing or snowboarding or freestyle.
Yeah, that's right. Any mountain sports. Yeah. Okay. And the last one, the eighth?
She was the favorite. She got to the quarterfinals, but then she got beaten.
Yeah. So she was the favorite. Does it mean she was in the lead then?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
She was in the lead.
Yeah. So she was probably going to win, right? Or to be somewhere on the top. And she got to the quarterfinals. What comes after quarterfinals?
Half finals,
right? Okay. But then she got beaten. Was she the winner?
No, she wasn't.
No, someone else was better, yes, than she was. Right. So, and is this example of a success or failure?
Not absolute success.
Absolutely, yeah, partly. But if we think that she was the favorite and then she got beaten, I'd say it was more like a failure, right? Even though she got to the quarterfinals. All right, good. So, Olga, and when you were at school, did you do much sports?
Not too much.
Not too much. Okay, did you take part in any competitions or something?
Yes, I took part in volleyball competition, but it wasn't very important competition. For example, competition between cities. It was just a competition between schools.
Okay.
And our team wasn't successful. So we finished our competitions.
So you got beaten, yes, by the
We
other.
got beaten.
You got beaten. All right. How about your sons? Are they into sport?
Unfortunately, not.
No, both of them.
Both of them. The second one, I think we will try some maybe arts. How did you
Martial arts. I will
martial?
write.
We will try some martial arts with him. But we tried a lot of sport with my first son, and I think maybe he is not a sportsman because we tried karate, and he told me, "Mom, it is okay. It is very good. I like it, but I hope I never will have a competition with another guy, and I hope that I'll never ударить
Hit.
hit
Hit. Yep.
hit
Mhm.
someone." And later he told me that why did I go to the karate, because I'm not going to be karate trainer. It was his experience in karate, and he had some experience in football, but it is very interesting too, because he don't wanted to do
In the past.
he didn't wanted to do a big job in the game, but he also wanted to be to be in a strong team. And he hoped that this strong team will do all job.
Okay. And he will share the success, yeah.
And she will got a gold medal and share the success. But team didn't think so. That's why. And it was quarantine time, and he was not interested in online trainings, so we забыла, бросили.
We broke up or gave up, sorry.
We gave up football, and now he go to he goes to table tennis training.
Okay.
But I think that he do it чтобы все от него отстали со спортом.
He does it to satisfy everyone.
Yes, I think so, because it is very kind trainer there, and it is slow, very slow sport. So,
how about swimming? I guess swimming might be a good option. Have you considered it?
Of course, we had that experience.
No, it was.
He went to swimming, and he trained swimming for a few years, since 5 years, but there was a very strong trainer, and she had a very loud voice, and all kids afraid her.
You're afraid of her.
Were afraid of her, but all the years that he went to swimming, we told him it is very good that trainer is strong. There are a lot of you, and she have to do something for your listening. I don't know, but
for the discipline.
For the discipline, yeah. But anyway, he didn't like it, and he don't want to continue seriously to train seriously. So now he going to the he go to the he goes to the pool just once a week, and just for relax and healthy.
Right, which is also a good option. I mean, the most important is that the child makes some physical movements and stuff. Not everyone has to become the professional sportsman, yes. And as we see here at this, if we look at these sentences, also have a look how many failures and injuries they get, yeah, which is also not for everyone, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, fine, fine. So you're going to get a second try with the second boy. Right? You
But I'm
don't
not
give up.
sure in success.
Still, you do not give up. Yeah. Right. Okay, okay. Very nice, very nice. So we didn't have many of new words here, yeah, and not many of new phrases. However, that would be a good idea to make a couple of exercises for it to just refresh the phrases. And the previous homework was also to do some writing. Olga, did you get
Mhm.
down to it?
Just half of it. I did.
It.
Uh,
Okay.
it
Mhm,
was about just a moment.
mhm.
Okay. Here is different sports shows, competitions.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. So that would be great, yes, if you completed the writing, and when you are ready, just send it to me to check it out, right? So
I'll try.
okay, that's perfect. So I'll be waiting for it. Okay. So
Okay.
I will send the homework, yes, on the chat as usual, and have a lovely rest of the day and see you in a week. All right.
Thank you very much.